a long title, but we're going to come back to this question to start today's conversation and to end today's conversation. We're only going to write it once, but we're going to see it multiple times. It says, when I round a number to the nearest 10, we know how to do that, and the nearest 100, we know how to do that, do I land on the same friendly number? So we know that when we round, that just means I'm taking a number and I am trying to make it a friendly number. We have that in two strategies. That's new book, right? We have 1 to the nearest 10, which we know how to do, and 1 to the nearest 100, which we know how to do. We haven't done them both, though. What are your thoughts? Do you think if I were to round the number to the nearest 10 and to the nearest 100, would I end up at the same friendly number? Or would they be different friendly numbers? What do you think? Take a second, look at what we've done so far. Flip back, look at the number lines we've done over the last couple of days. We're just looking at the number lines we've done. Do you think rounding on a nearest 10 number line and the nearest 100 number line, would I land on the same number? Evelyn, what are your thoughts?
So you won't always, but you can count to 10 to 100, and that's a skipped count of 100, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Okay.
And you could go 0, 100, so you can land 100. You can also go up to 200. You keep going the hundreds by tens and 100s.
All right, Evelyn thinks maybe sometimes. Let's find out. I want you to skip some lines underneath this, like maybe 5 lines. So go back to where you wrote the title. Skip about 5 lines, because we're going to come back to this question, and I want to have room. And I want you to draw a number line, because we're going to test it out. We're going to test it out on the number 99. Above that number line, write the number 99. No, above the number line. If I'm rounding 99 to the nearest 10, what are my endpoints? I should see everybody's hands. You know how to do this. What's going to be my endpoints? I'm rounding to the nearest 10. Carl? Okay. And?
Oh, 109.
No. Say that word. Say this number.
99.
What's the 10 in 99? 90 to what? To 100. Zach, what's going to be my midpoint number? My middle. Beautiful. Kinsey, where's 99 going to go? Where's it live on this number 9?
Near the 100.
Like really close or like just kind of close? I would say maybe here. Bryson, what is 99 gonna round to? What is it about? 100. Right, we know that. Super close. So far, so good. Yes, John?
So, these are really fun. You should put a lot closer because you get to 100.
Sure, you can put it a lot closer.
One jump.
Sure. You can put it a lot closer,
really
John.
Small.
But remember, we're trying to see if you round to the nearest 10 and 100 if it'll work. So now let's round 99 to the nearest 100. Go ahead and draw another number line. We're still going to write 99 above because we're still working with 99. What 200s is 99 in between? Where is it going to live? Heidi?
Wait, what was the question?
What's going to be my endpoints?
Oh, 90 and 100.
Nope, that's my nearest 10. I'm now doing the nearest 100.
Then 100 and 200?
Is 99 in between 100 and 200?
0.
0 and 100. Bryson, what's my midpoint now? Tricky. What is it? 50. John, where does 99 go on that number line? Very close to the 100, right? It's gonna be super close.
Can I go closer than that?
Sure. Go for it. Vegan 99, round to the nearest 100 is about 100. Hey, look, we rounded to the nearest 10, and we got 100. We rounded to the nearest 100, and we got 100. Did we land on the same friendly number?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. You think that always happens? Let's find out. 237 to the nearest 10. New number line. If you need to. I'm doing 237 to the nearest 10. The nearest 10. Zach, what's going to be my end point?
300.
I'm doing the nearest 10, not the nearest 100.
That would be 30.
Oh, hang on. Say this number. Yep, I need that 230. Because I got to start there, right? 230. What's my end point?
240.
Very good. Colby, what's my middle? Very good. Kinsey, where is 237 gonna go now?
A little farther from the 235.
Before 235 or after 235? I agree. I would put it about there. Rylan, where is 237 gonna round to?
237 is going to round to 240.
Yeah, way closer. Way closer. Zach, I mean, John.
So I'm thinking that since basically the 235 and 230 are on the same length of each other, shouldn't they be a lot closer to each other?
Sure. You can put them a lot closer if you want. Rylan, question? What?
So that I think that if it's on in line before 235, then we're going to round it to 230.
Mhm.
But if it's on the line after 235, we're going to round it to 40.
Yep. I completely agree with that. Now let's see what happens when we round it to the nearest 100. Another number line.
Do you have an extra page?
You can if you need to. We're still playing with 237 to the nearest 100. 100. Okay, then what are my endpoints going to be?
Your endpoint is going to be
200 to 300. Macklin, what's my middle? Yes, thank you. 250. Now where does 237 go? Bryson?
behind 250.
Let's use these words. Before or after? Before. Like super close to 250, in the middle, or super close to 200? I think the middle. What is 237 going to round to? What endpoint is it closest to, Gia? 200. Oh, interesting. Are those the same numbers? Here, I got 237 is close to 240. Here, 237 is close to 200. Are those the same friendly numbers?
No.
They are both friendly numbers. Are they the same friendly number?
No.
Why did that happen? I got 240, which is a friendly number. We did that correct. Bryson's up doing that. And then I got 200. We did that one correct. Still friendly. But why are they not the same friendly number? Carl, why did that happen?
It happened because 237 is closest to 200. So, it has to be 200.
But it's also 240. Talk to your table groups. Why did we get two different friendly numbers? Go. All right, I want to hear about our thoughts. This is the original question that we started with. That's that. We know, Tegan sit up, that we did not land on the same friendly number. Why? Why did that happen? Colby, why did that happen?
Rounding tens and hundreds.
Oh, is rounding tens and hundreds always going to give us the same friendly number?
No, because if we're rounding tens, then we just put like say we were rounding 237 to 240 like we did. Then we put 200 something. But if we're rounding hundreds, we just put the 100.
Okay, then you want to add on to that?
Have a different starting point and a different end point.
Yeah, well, yes, our jumps are going to be different. Which one do you think is better? I'm going to just turn back so we're looking at our number line. I'm going to wait till I have every single hand ready to tell me what they think is better. Do you think it's better to round to the nearest 10? Or better to round to the nearest 100? I'm waiting to see every hand. Which one do you think is better? Raise your hand if you thought rounding to the nearest 100 was better. Ooh, that's 100. Raise your hand if you thought rounding to the nearest 10 was better. No. I want to hear your thoughts. I have lots of 100 fans. So if you said rounding to the nearest 100 was better, raise your hand. All right, Tegan, why? Well, we rounded to 200. That's actually smaller than 240. My other hundreds. Why? Colby, why did you say rounding to the nearest hundred was better?
Because say you had to round it and add the numbers, and you would have rounded the tens. If you got 270, that's hard to round. Like,
Yeah, can you listen in? Because I'm going to ask you what you said in a second. All right, go ahead,
you have
Colby.
to like round them, and if you got like a 200 and something, you have to add the 200, and then you got to add all those. But if you did the 100, you could just go 200, 400, 600. If you have like 70 or 60 in there, or any of those numbers, you have to add those two.
Who else gave that reason? You liked rounding to the nearest hundreds because it gave you easier numbers to work with. A couple of you. Colby's right. A lot of times we round or estimate to add or to subtract. It's way easier to add 200 than 240, right? Ariana, do you have other thoughts? Go for it.
We're just adding on 100 sometimes. If we're going to start with the ones and tens and put them on the side, we can just do that.
Let's talk to my tens friends. Who said rounding to the nearest 10 was better? Bryson, what did you think?
Easier.
You think it's easier? Okay. Evelyn, why do you think that rounding to the nearest 10 is better?
Rounding to the nearest 10 is better because if you come along a really, really hard number or large number that's not friendly, you can go little by little and take it one step at a time, and that might help you do it a lot easier.
Okay. This is the question we're answering tomorrow. Because it kind of depends. Colby brought up a good point. If I'm having to add a bunch of stuff, it might make sense to round to the nearest 100. But if I want more of a close to number, a more exact number, I might want to look at the tens. It depends which situation I'm going to be rounding. Today, before we move into math choice board,